Notice the little kid had bald. I got bald.
Listen, we don't know where we're at right now.
I didn't give them no warning, but we just watched this movie about this AI that has this triangle symbol, and we look in the back of stuff thing and look at there. He fucking
Stuff look like he's a problem and a solution all at the same time.
Thank you, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Overcast. As you notice, we have a special guest with us, Stuff He Plays. Probably one of the coolest individuals you're ever going to meet. Super supportive, super amazing stream. We're going to share all his content and stuff like that so you guys can check it out. But he came to our very first Overcast Discord movie night, and we watched... I plan to have this click so my timing be better. We watched Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
And in pure Overcast fashion, the Weathermen cover everything, whether you like it or not. And on this ride, again, like Saint said, stuff he plays is stuff he watches.
Just to give you guys a gist of this movie without spoiling it too much. I know we kind of like a spoiler. Yo! Y'all see the thermostat stuck in his head? That's rude as fuck.
Yeah, it was.
That is so rude.
Yeah, that was.
Okay. There's a character that was tragically passed away because someone shoved a meat thermometer in his head. Anyway, in this movie, the title of the character, this guy here, he claims that he's from the future. He takes a diner hostage and tells them that he needs some combination of people from that diner to help him save the world. And when I tell you, from the second that man walked into that building, it was chaos. I had no idea what was happening.
Listen, there's a lot of things we can start with and end with, but I would like to get the perspective from Stuff, because Stuff looks and seems, and the games he plays and the perusal of the content that he walks within lends me to assume that he understands the story of John Connor.
Art Raiders seem like a type of game that somebody ruined the fucking world. Y'all in there scavenging.
100%.
So just jumping on that really quick. We don't know if it's aliens or we don't know if it's the rich elite people that have turned their backs on Earth and trying to harvest it. We don't know this yet. But anyway.
Equilibrium shit.
Thank you for having me. Yes. Not many people have seen that.
Really?
Yes. Great movie.
Come on,
Great
man.
movie.
Beautiful.
Right. Anyway, thank you for having me.
Of course.
Foremost, thank you for letting me watch it with you.
I forgot to say, he's also Overcast's very first guest.
Yes, special.
He's our very first guest. So we are very happy to have him here. And again, what are your thoughts on the movie?
I liked it. Was it so here's how I classify movies. Really great, award-winning type movies.
Okay.
Popcorn movies. Basically, pop some popcorn, watch a movie, spend 2 hours of your time. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that. I don't feel like I wasted my time.
Okay.
And then you have things like Barbie. I may be a polarizing opinion. I was not a fan of the movie.
Definitely is.
Since we all putting throwing out a movie out there, Wuthering Heights for me was that I never gonna get that time back.
Exactly.
There's a lot of movies. Yeah.
But the thing I liked about this movie was it paid homage to a lot of different other movies. There was elements of Terminator, as was mentioned.
Yep.
Shaun of the Dead.
Yes.
What was another one? Like Body Snatchers, which is an older 80s movie. For all those that are, not as old as dirt as me, it's a
real
quick. Like classic cars. You like a classic car stuff. You a Chevy. I'll drive anytime.
the body snatchers. Was that before or after that movie Dreamcatcher?
Dreamcatcher.
Way before that, like
it's
a
way
decade before.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was a couple different variations on it too. There was Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and then there was another one. I forget the exact name of it. Like one of them had Dennis Quaid in it. And another one had like I think James Woods. So there's been different variations. Children of the Corn type stuff.
Beautiful. Children of the Corn was a
I told y'all my middle name earlier. I got a lot of that shit because of that movie.
But I liked it because they were nods to those movies, but at the same time with their own specific twist. But overall, the movie itself was a great glossing over of current day situations.
I agree.
Very, very thinly veiled.
If you, unless you've been living on a rock, everyone is aware of the impact that AI is having on our environment. The impact that what prompts, generative AI, all this other stuff does or whatever. They make sure that this movie pays homage to whatever's happening and the effect of what it could be. And one of the main things he said in the movie was people stop morning phone time turned into not getting out of bed.
There was a lot of world building in this movie very early on, and that's one of the things that I enjoyed about it. They clued you in on the world, while it was very relative. We saw these teenagers sucked in, and the thing is, a lot of what they showed, especially the disrespectful children, that's really normal. And today, I have children, young children, and a lot of the time I have to tell my daughter that everybody's not being taught the same things.
Yep.
And it's difficult, and not to take it away from what's supposed to be like a crazy ride down a sci-fi lane, but it's a huge art imitates life, right? Stuff.
Yep.
Like we're men of culture. And I think that this movie had a lot to do with present and possible future in our time, just given an extremity, Like, what do you think, Saint? Like what's your take?
I think we're one asshole idiot away from hooking up an AI to a quantum computer and having the fucking earth implode on itself.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I feel like one of the biggest flaws of humanity is not knowing when to chill out, not knowing when to stop. For example, y'all know they got that particle collider somewhere overseas that's just randomly shooting atoms at each other. And,
Switzerland.
They run.
My bad. One love to Sweden. I love y'all. Listen, Switzerland.
They run that shit all the time, and one of the things I read is that they don't know now if it has the possibility to create a black hole.
Yes.
Yep.
And we just fucking hey fire it up.
I almost got the chance to go there myself.
Some motherfucker in there with a fucking I love a glizzy. Somebody in there with a chili cheese glizzy and a fucking Mountain Dew pressing the collide button, and one day that's gonna be the world. I'm already worried because I'm in Florida, so I'm more worried about flooding. One tsunami and
hey, listen, you guys are in drought season too. I'll say this. I'll say this. The movie does hearken to John Connor, Sarah Connor. I loved it because it was very obvious. I also enjoyed the actors. One love to Hector, and I hope she forgives me, the Domino's actress. Everybody was fantastic. I think that there was a lot to be even the characters that felt like as if they were going to be a part of something or not. The gentleman, when he mentioned Jesus, I don't know, when he was hearkening to the relationship he had with the one woman in the stall. He kissed her and everything like that. When you see him put so much emphasis on a character, and she's not even a part of the movie. Yeah, I thought that was fantastic. Yeah, I didn't want to say anything while I was watching the movie, but there was so much meat and potatoes put into her in the beginning of the movie that I thought she had this huge part to do, and it was such a treat to see how he treated her, regardless of the fact that he had no future at the end of the day. Like when you see him at the end of it all. What do you think, Stuff?
So so Zazie Beetz is Zazie Beetz. Hold on, shit, I just had it pulled up.
And we still got to find out who this guy was.
Okay, yeah,
Ah.
Zazie Beetz is the girl that played Domino.
Yes.
All right.
Pena.
Zazie Beetz, one love to you.
Yeah,
Stuff he
Sam
plays is
Rockwell.
repping you hard.
Sam Rockwell did awesome. Just like it was almost akin, like I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Moon, which I thought was his best performance he's ever done. It was right up there with that. Juno Temple, which most know from like Ted Lasso, but she was also in Fargo season 3 or 4.
Okay.
I thought she did good. So starting off with a couple
Fantastic,
of things,
by the way.
yeah.
Sorry.
So
She
a
was
couple
also
things
in
from
Roof
the,
Man. That's what I remember from recently.
Oh, with Channing Tatum.
You cheated on me. Roof Man, you saw that?
Sorry. Yeah, it was a while back. It was a
Hey,
while back.
Son of a
That's
bitch.
the one where he's like
All right,
hiding
go
out
on.
in the sports store or whatever.
We're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
work that out in our relationship. Don't worry, we'll get past it.
But when it started off with the school shooting thing with her, and like here, you got these 3 ladies that are like, oh, all chipper and cheery and everything. Oh, here's a number. Go see these people. Blah blah blah. It kind of threw me like so hard. I'm like, why are they being so chipper at a school shooting? But then explains it like further on down the road, and like the one couple, oh, this is our 4th one. We're having fun with it now.
That was a huge. I feel like they played on the grief. This is something that a mother would do, and it was completely understandable. But then seeing the other side of it, of people, because there will be people like that. I was like, yeah, we made it super tall for no reason. Oh, we made her a little racist. Ha ha ha. Like, and there will be people there. That, oh yeah, we taught our kid knows all the language or whatever. That's how it would be. Also, it would not be used just for grief or whatever. It would be used because, and on top of that, probably used for some weird shit too. They ain't just cloning fucking kids that died.
But Saint, that also harkens to a lot of what a lot of common folk like us talk about when we hear about how certain people of affluence get to sit here and dictate how their genes go when they make children. There's been a lot of talk about like how for example, like supposedly, like early on, I remember they were talking about how J-Lo supposedly like created like her perfect children. While it's not true, or I don't know necessarily because I don't know enough, but
there are people who
there's people that believe in that sort of stuff. It's crazy,
and the past shows you for up front how many royal families married in just for breeding purposes. How many all other stuff happened just because they wanted someone, they wanted the best stock. So
gene manipulation and whatnot.
Yeah.
But also,
we ain't that far away.
To go back with the shooting thing, is like it goes to show you the lengths that a person will go to not feel the pain and the sadness and the grief. By even you can only give us one choice for this trait, one choice for that trait. You know what I mean? It's like, how do you just narrow down your child to, oh, they were clumsy?
Yeah,
no, they were clumsy,
weird
but they were funny,
clumsy.
but they were also
and
right.
Sports.
So it's like you can't just do it in one choice. But that dickhead Blaze,
dude,
what a jerk he was. I think all 3 of us wanted to punch his ass in the fucking face.
Yeah, dude, Stuff. You hit
my
it
French,
on the
by the
head.
way.
No, listen, we speak French. You remember Marseille? All right. Listen, Stuff. You're a treat, man. This was science fact, not just science fiction.
Mhm.
We're talking about a movie that played on a exaggerated version of a possible future.
Mhm.
Can we all agree? Like,
Mhm.
Minus
know,
the giant
mine is.
cats.
Yeah, listen.
I
That
don't
also
know.
led me to believe they stuck in a simulation.
But that's just it. What's reality? I think that there was the perception is reality comes from psychology 101. Like, if your best life is inside of something that you can exclude the necessities of a real life from, then that is your reality. And
What's that?
and it brought in Ready Player One vibes,
What was that
but
movie?
on a fevered. Go ahead.
No, sorry, Fever Dream.
No. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Surrogates has that same feel of
The Surrogates is a. What do you think about the Surrogates with stuff with regard to this movie?
So I don't think I've ever seen Surrogates.
All right.
No.
Wow.
We're gonna have another one of these.
We won't tell you. We'll tell you. In Surrogates, Bruce Willis movie, it's about a world where instead of you going to work physically, you will wake up, brush your teeth, hop into your pod, and pilot your surrogate throughout the day, doing whatever, extra strength, extra whatever. Some people surrogates were sex workers. They were grown men, but they surrogates were sex workers, women or whatever. So just shit like that. And it created a world where depended on technology and people using surrogates for things they weren't supposed to. So that's what I thought in the beginning with that whole people stopped getting out of bed. But it leans, his point of Ready Player One leans more that way because once them things were in the Oasis or whatever they called it,
It'd be anything.
They were stuck. And this dude said, he said they have everything there, and she was like, but not me. He was like, well, that's not enough.
Yeah. So okay,
I can't be Master Chief out here.
This movie though, okay, and I'm going to pull out a couple movies from the past. I don't know if you guys have seen them or not.
Back in time.
One is, and I think you said Dirty. You had Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Jim Carrey, yep.
It was giving me those vibes as far as the uniqueness of the world and like the oddity of it, and how a perspective of a person's life and how you view somebody else's life. But then also, even more odd, reminded me of a movie called Being John Malkovich.
I have not seen that one.
One of the coolest, weird movies I've ever seen in my life. You got to see it at least once. It's not like to me, it's not a rewatchable.
But you watch enough to get the experience.
Right. You watch it one time, it'll sit with you, and you'll be able to reflect upon it. And and I think it's because of who the director is. So Gore Verbinski, a lot of people know him from The Ring, a couple other movies. I had him pulled up. But anyway, he reminds me of like Spike Jonze. Spike Jonze, if you or anything from an MTV 90s kid, you remember a singer or a DJ, Fatboy Slim?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And we've all seen the Christopher Walken movie.
Yeah, Christopher Walken video where he's dancing. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's the one that did Being John Malkovich, the director of that video.
Wow.
Yeah. Right. But Gore Verbinski, there was one that he did, he did Pirates of the Caribbean. We won't hold that against him. And I know I'm going to get flack for that one.
Stuff, you still good in my hood.
He did, there was a really weird movie he did though, but he also did The Ring. I'm trying to find if I can see what
It's Spike Jonze?
No, Gore Verbinski, the guy that directed this one. I know I've seen him do.
This is it. When you got a good guess, he does his own pre and post production.
Yeah, I like that.
Look at stuff. Look at stuff move, man.
Actually, maybe he's not who I'm thinking.
Rain Pirates, Weatherman. I haven't seen. Weatherman, is that the? Oh, I haven't seen that one.
The Weatherman is the one with Nick Cage, right? I think.
Yes. Lone
Okay.
Ranger.
So
But
when you-
again, so okay, Gore Verbinski did something with the Crystal Method. So again, the musical background, I think, he is in that kind of time frame with like directors coming from music videos going to movies.
Okay.
Like what's his name? Mick G did music videos, then he went and did Charlie's Angels.
Okay.
Mm.
So I think that you have some people from that time frame, that era, that have a unique look and a way to look at life and how to present it on screen to where it resonates with you, but also can be a little bit weird, but also potentially truthful.
I agree.
Would you say stuff that relativity is in and of itself very tricky?
Yeah. Life is
I-
tricky.
I think so, right? Like
Yeah, I mean,
there's intersectionalities in things. I just think that you have to be open to the idea of being able to see yourself in the shoes of another.
Mhm.
You know,
yeah, because if you don't, then you're not really truly experiencing life.
I agree.
If you can't put yourself in somebody else's shoes, then I don't think you'll really ever truly know what it means to be truly empathetic for somebody. If you cannot put yourself in somebody else's shoes, then empathy is a very hard thing to understand. If you only see your shoes and your world and you got your little blinders on, then that's all you're ever going to see.
your
But as soon as you remove them
Converses aren't good
those
enough.
blinders, it opens up a whole new universe.
Yo,
Let's
stuff.
see.
You know what I realized?
So
Not
you
only
mentioned you mentioned your
Okay.
your scale. So I don't want to drag it too long. So your
Wait,
scale
real-
was
real quick, Saint, real quick. You know that I forget his name, man. What's our hobo's name? What's his name?
Sam Rockwell.
That was his real name in the. That's his.
Yeah,
Is that
no,
his
that's
fictional name?
in the movie. He was. Did they even say?
I don't know if they said. I'm looking right now. It just says a man from the future, and he's literally credited as man from the
A
future.
man from the future. See, a man from the future. Interestingly enough, right? While he is the son of this woman that he's interacting with, like Sarah Connor, she's likewise also pregnant with the savior of the future.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Sarah Connor met this guy that same night. They had sex. She was pregnant that day,
Mm-hmm.
right? Judgment Day happened. I'm just saying.
It's been a while since I even seen the original Terminators
I'm
too.
just saying,
So,
yo, this is for stuff.
and I haven't seen the new
Stuff know what
ones.
I'm talking about.
Wasn't there a show too?
Yeah, there was. You listen, there was a ton of shit.
Yeah, there's been like what 6 movies now, 7 movies.
6
I know
movies,
Amelia Clark
a
was in
show,
one.
like 2 seasons.
A couple of them nobody cares about, never want to talk about ever again.
We're not, especially the one where the boobs get bigger and then they get smaller.
What?
Hey,
What?
stuff. Hey,
I don't know
stuff.
what
He
channel
asked.
that was on.
What Terminator was that?
Hey,
Terminator After Dark.
Yeah, that's what I said.
listen,
Triple X Terminator. Golly.
Oh man, that's hilarious. But
So,
yeah, man.
you mentioned that your scale normally is award winning, popcorn movie, or waste of time. So what would you consider this one?
So for directing cinematography and everything like this, I would put it between popcorn and awards
Okay,
because there was a couple of good shots in there.
I agree. Yeah.
And not spoiling too much, but the cat, like visually, effects wise, I don't know how closely you looked at the neck of the cat and how many other cats there
Yeah.
were.
Yes.
Like granted, they blew all their money, I think, on that visual effects as far as their special effects budget go.
Yeah, they did because they were just running through alleys and people's backyards until they brought that cat out.
And but for the most part, it's a good popcorn movie.
I agree.
Me.
Okay, all right. I would say about the same. Great shots, has his moments. I don't think it was a waste of time, so I would put it. I would put it a popcorn movie for me.
Yeah, I'd tell others to watch it.
Oh, yeah, same. Solo.
It's a fun movie. On his scale, I agree. We like to scale things like 1 to 5, 1 to 10.
We're still working on a rating system. We're still working on a rating system
but I think this stuff has a kind rating system. I would like to call his rating system better than Reddit. So
better than 17 paragraphs to say you didn't want women in your movie.
See, so and here's why my kind of like explanation between my rating was like, because they put hard work into every movie.
1,000,000%.
So I don't ever want to take away from the effort and the stuff that they put in, but
you said the stuff.
Again, like you said, you watch the movie where you can't get that time back, and that's how I feel about certain movies. Is while they put a lot of work and effort into it, sometimes it just doesn't hit for everybody. And
I have a question for you, Stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't mind,
go ahead.
What is your top 3 when it comes to genre of choice?
Top 3 movies?
Genres of choice, and in those genres, what are your top 3 in each genre?
So, sci-fi, comedy, and
1, 2.
I don't know. It's kind of between
Sci-fi,
fantasy
comedy?
and drama.
Okay,
those would be my top 3.
Okay, so I'll give you 4.
Okay,
I'll give you those 4.
Okay,
and in those 4, tell me your favorites.
Okay, so for comedy, there's a tie between 2 movies. 1 being Spaceballs,
okay,
and 2 being The Naked Gun, Files from Police Squad.
Nasty Man, I love you.
Sci-fi, it's tough, but I think I would probably put Contact at number 1. Interstellar is a really close second.
Interstellar was amazing.
Dude.
Interstellar that's a Matthew McConaughey one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Interstellar touched on everything I wanted and thought of what happens when you go to space and do crazy shit. Because people think that we're just gonna land on the planet, it's suitable for Earth and blah blah blah, and fucking 1,700 years pass before the next fucking ship gets down. I love that movie.
So the only complaint I ever had about Interstellar, and this is why it's probably behind Contact, was because there were moments in the thing, and as much as I love Hans Zimmer's music, there was times where the music was just too loud over the dialogue.
Stuff. Hans is just trying to make it good. These directors,
his music is great. And, he's the John Williams of now. It's the only way I can describe him.
Man in the Iron Mask. You guys, listen. If you ain't hear that music, you ain't live.
So for drama, though,
okay,
probably. God, see, I have so many that are just they're like everything teeters.
100%.
You said sci-fi, comedy, drama,
and then probably fantasy.
Okay, fantasy. Okay.
So drama, it would be probably between Shawshank Redemption.
Wow.
And Heat.
Okay.
Yo, you're something else. Lit liquor.
And then fantasy, there's no other but Lord of the Rings.
Solo, I need yours. Let's do sci-fi.
Sci-fi is Star Wars.
Okay.
People would call it a space opera simply because of the music. But
I mean, George himself even called it a space opera.
Yes. There's something about Star Wars and the way the music marries the content. It's something else. never been done. And I think never been done better in any other media content than Star
Okay.
Wars.
Sidebar.
Go ahead, brother.
The three newest ones. I'll actually throw the 4 newest ones, including Rogue One. Do they deserve to be in part of that original series universe, or should it have been something completely different away from Skywalker?
All right. I will tell you that the only one that I'm comfortable with being included, because they pay extreme homage to George Lucas and the dream that he created, and that's Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
Rogue One, for all intents and purposes, and fanatics like me and others that discredited all other properties that created the new trilogy. We understand that they played special homage, and I apologize right now because I don't know Rin Erso. Is that her name? The main character, Rin.
Jen
Jyn
Erso?
Jyn Erso.
Jyn Erso. Yeah.
Somebody correct me. The way she was portrayed
Mm-hmm.
as someone, because it's very hard when you're creating a universe. And guys, please bear with me. When you create a universe where it's predicated on otherworldly people being able to manipulate reality with powers, and things that permeate all things like the Force. When you got a person like Jyn Erso, she gives you the Han Solo gravitas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Jyn Erso was a force of nature. When I looked at her, I felt like there was hope. When you look at Han Solo, when Han Solo tells you it's going to be all right, you believe them. Jyn Erso gave me that. You know what I mean? I played a lot of board games. The Han Solo card, you never tell them the odds. It's Jyn Erso is that. So I don't know. What do you think about Jyn Erso stuff? Thank you for correcting me.
So again, going back to my rating system.
Okay.
I am listening.
7, 8, and 9. So Force Awakens, Return of the Jedi, or not Return of the Jedi. The Last Jedi, and then Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
Force Awakens was simply fan service. And it was a good popcorn movie, in my opinion.
Agreed.
The Last Jedi lost its way. I mean, with like Leia flying in from space.
Oh my God.
Okay. Okay. Sure, she's part Jedi, but her powers weren't really discovered until she hit menopause. Okay, whatever. But I think that he should, the guy that directed that one should have had his own separate non-Skywalker related movie, but he was a hot director at the time, so they wanted to have his name attached to it, and it backfired. And then bringing J.J. Abrams back for the last one was not a very strong movie, but again, popcorn movie. Okay. Whereas the middle one, definitely lower than popcorn movie. Not a complete waste of my time, but also flying Leia, not the best option. Rogue One, award. It should have won awards. I honestly believe it was a very, not even just before a sci-fi movie. I thought it was just a very good movie. The acting was good. The guy that played Cassian, Diego Luna, I think his name is.
Diego Luna.
And then the fact they carried him over to Andor, best decision they ever made.
Hey, Stuff. Can I ask Saint to give us the Darth Vader? Can you get us? Hey, Saint, can you get us a scene with Darth Vader on Rogue One when he walked in?
Oh, the boom.
Yeah. Oh man. Stuff. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing is, what made Rogue One a cult classic, and I call it a cult classic because new fans don't understand the majesty and the devastation that is Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So as a OG fan and stuff, you look like a man of culture. So I the thing is, I can't disagree with nothing you're talking about at all, because what Rogue One did is make the rebellion era bigger. The same thing that Ezra Bridger did with Rebels. See, people don't understand the connotations that and the connections that see, listen, here we are. Hey, Stuff, this is just for you. This ain't even about me. Vader and the Vader's fist.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and I am not the biggest Star Wars geek or nerd or however you want to say it, and I use those terms with endearment. With it's nothing but love for them.
Don't worry, I know my titles.
Is that not only the only time that you've seen Darth Vader actually kill people in the Star Wars movies?
It's one of Happy Hogan. I forget his real name. I love
Jon
him.
Favreau.
Thank you. Stuff,
Yeah.
man.
I'm a wealth of useless information, by the way. I can't remember my wife's and mine's first date where we went to or anything like that. But ask me what size Jon Favreau's shoe is. I can tell you.
He's the one that wanted Star Wars. I mean, not Star Wars. He wanted Darth Vader killing people.
He made that.
Okay,
that was him. He directed. He was the creative behind that. He's also the creative behind Mandalorian.
Okay.
This is why he's getting. This is why he was given creative reins in the Star Wars. In Star Wars. Period.
Okay.
I think Kathleen Kennedy was ousted for him. Him and another guy, I forget his name.
Dave Florini, I think, or something like that.
And everybody knows that Dave is just like, hey man, what do you think, bro? So Happy created that, and he also gave us the scene where you see Luke for the first time ever since the last original trilogy movie.
Okay.
As the monster that he is as a master Jedi. And that happened in the last episode of the last season of The Mandalorian. Now, what I will say is that Star Wars would have been best served with him having had helmed it for the new trilogy. We're given. I don't blame Rey's actress at all.
Yeah, she got the script.
Yeah,
she was given, for all intents and purposes, a bad situation, and she made the best of it. I feel bad for young actors and actresses that have to be in bad films or productions, and then have to live them out, having been under the shadow of something horrible.
I didn't mean to derail us into a Star Wars thing.
No, you're fine.
No,
you're totally fine. He'll ramble on if
I'll ramble on, but again, that's Happy also gave us the Luke Skywalker version of that in the end of season 2 stuff. If you remember that one, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a huge fan of the Skywalker family. Luke Skywalker is my man. I knew him since he was a child. I when he came out and I saw him, and he was doing that to get the Grogu, the best. Nobody could make me shed a tear the way James Filoni did when that happened, because that X-wing. If you read the novels, you know what I'm talking about. All the novels from what they called legends now, because Disney warped reality as they do with money.
Yeah.
We activated their trap card.
Solo drama movie.
Drama. Drama is a loaded question, right? Because drama could be anything.
It could be anything. For example, my drama is the entire Hunger Games series.
And that's a loaded one right there.
My sci-fi, The Faculty. You ever seen The Faculty?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's literally the first one I thought about because of those bugs. It's one of the few movies, the first movies you got experience. So what would an alien invasion look like if it wasn't ships coming down and blowing shit up or whatever? No, they just sent some alien look like a high school girl to take everybody over.
Now, is this just movies or is it shows too?
Just movies for now, because shows we
okay.
got.
Okay.
I mean, we do want to keep this under an 18-hour podcast, right?
Real quick, because I did my little while you was talking. Fantasy for me, the original Jumanji.
Okay.
Okay.
The whole concept of it.
Fantasy for me is Never-Ending Story.
All right.
What?
Great. We just talked about.
Look at stuff. Look at stuff.
We just talked about.
Why are you going to bring up childhood trauma for
me? Yo, Atreyu, man.
Why are you bringing up childhood trauma for
comedy
me?
movies?
Atreyu.
A white kid stuck up in the attic underneath a blanket sitting there crying because the horse just died? Come on, man.
He's my favorite character in fantasy. I'm not going to lie. Anybody can get behind that kid, man.
Is Scott Pilgrim considered comedy?
Yeah, he's a hybrid, man. He's a Tesla.
Yeah, I'd say Scott Pilgrim probably. A hot take. I've never seen it.
I would say comedy. It's funny. I think it's one of the few movies I like. I like Michael Cera in, but I love. So, all right, Solo, yours is Star Wars for sci-fi. Drama you're working on. What about fantasy? Fantasies, I assume.
Fantasy is and movie-wise, fantasy, I would like to say would be Harry Potter. I enjoyed that.
Ooh, okay. Magic. Okay.
It's my favorite movie to fall asleep to because it puts me to sleep.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. I didn't read all the books. I have a college age child that holds me, and she puts a knife through my throat about some of these movies. But Harry Potter is a fantastic concept. And I have Hogwarts, the Hogwarts game,
Legacy.
Hogwarts Legacy. I have the game.
I played that long enough to get me a chocolate frog bling on back bling.
But it's a good game. The universe is very, very diverse. It allows for a lot of expansion. I think fantasy wise, it could literally be anything you want it to be, depending on the medium it's used for. There's classes even there. Everybody's not a wizard.
Yeah. So fantasy, Harry Potter, Star Wars,
and I just mean for movies.
Drama. You were still working on drama? What's your favorite comedy movie?
Drama is Rocky.
Yo,
wow. Really?
I guess we could consider.
Sorry, you didn't ask me directly. I felt like ostracized.
I did.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm
asking you directly.
I'm a little sensitive. That's it.
I was just saying that I would think about that. Yeah, Rocky is for sure drama.
All right,
And one of my favorites is Creed 3.
Can I explain myself
About Rocky?
about Rocky? See, Rocky's from Philadelphia. I'm a Northeastern kid, right?
Yeah,
Rocky,
I know y'all within 100 miles. Y'all claim them.
Listen, I was raised in an Italian neighborhood. I was born in Massachusetts. When I moved to Jersey, I was in an Italian neighborhood before I moved to the projects. And the thing is that I was able to. These Italian people, they accepted my family, everything like that. It was cool. I lived next to the security guard in my school. But when I watched Rocky, when I watched him, he was like the story of anybody that's ever wanted to do anything. Came from nothing, had a dream.
Yeah.
And then shot his shot. He gambled, bet on himself, and he had but when they started making these sequels, this guy got so much money, and he's so simple Jack, right?
Well,
that he's so lovable. And then he's like, when you see the interactions of him and his wife, and she's the only person, she's like the lion tamer. Adrian always tells the truth. Like you can't win those interactions throughout the course of that whole introduction of Rocky the character. I cried so many times as a man, as a boy, because the thing is, if you're a man, his story is the hero's journey. Everybody wants to be something, and all the time you don't believe that you can be, but you need other people to help you along the way, to tell you that you are it, and there at times that she tamed him. She was like, you're not that guy. You need to be different, and you need to be better, and other things. And Rocky helped me actually as a boy becoming a man, especially because I have a unique background. And I identify with Rocky just as a male trying to identify with how to survive in the world.
Yeah.
So it's very dramatic. I would recommend that for anybody.
What's your favorite sequel?
My favorite sequel is the sequel where
he fights the young kid in the street.
Yeah. Well, yes, because the thing is, before that, his infrastructure is destroyed because
Mickey dies, then
Mickey
Adrian
dies. Not just Mickey, but Apollo dies, and he has to reinvent himself as a person that's outside of the realm of boxing, which is what gave birth to all the new movies of Michael B. Jordan. Fantastic.
Which Creed ones I thought were really good. The third one being the best one.
And it's funny, I haven't seen any of them.
I will watch those. I will watch those so quick.
You're invited.
They're actually really good and play and pay really good respects to the original, in my opinion.
But Rocky gave me confidence as a boy.
I'm
not gonna lie. If I see it on television, I can't skip it. I have to watch.
So,
I can't,
what about comedy? I think that's your last one.
Woo! Comedy? If you want to know what my favorite comedy movie when I was growing up, it was the National Lampoon movies growing up.
Really?
Which one?
I wasn't allowed to be in the room when those came on, the Police Academies, the Animal Houses, the Revenge of the Nerds.
Police Academy, and you suck. Why did you have me choose? I was gonna say Police Academy, but I didn't say anything.
So I didn't watch those until I was much older and understood why I wasn't supposed to. But right now I can't go back. Yeah, Police Academy was my shit, but they got like 8 or 9 movies of each one of those, right? The Nerds one was my favorites.
Listen, there's 2 memories I have from my childhood. One is my dad crying at E.T. It's the only time I ever remember him crying. The second one was Revenge of the Nerds. When we saw some boobs on screen, he said, "Oh shit."
You ever seen Porky's?
Yeah, I never really liked it though.
That was one of the ones I happened to be kind of like in the room with, like, and I'm sitting here like, damn, doesn't make no. I got sent out when the dude was drilling the hole, or either had already drilled the hole, was looking in the locker room. I had to leave after that, but they don't. Oh, that's your little drink cup.
Oh, this is an OtterBox. Listen, I'm not sponsored, right? But this is an OtterBox. An OtterBox cup.
Damn, I
As
know
long
that thing should.
It cools very good. I put
If
it
you
in the
let
fridge
drink,
all
if you
the
let
time.
that drink sit in there, it would be cold right now.
If we want to sponsor Monster any day
Hey.
now, I'll take it. I drink enough of them. Give me some money.
Listen.
Solo,
3 of them a day.
last thing. So stuff picked in between award winning and popcorn movie. I picked popcorn movie. What by that scale, and what would you do? Award winning, popcorn, or waste of time?
So I look at this movie similar to the movie we saw together,
Cold Storage.
Cold Storage. This is similar to Cold Storage to me, except this movie was more dramatic. While it would, to me, on the scale of on the stuff scale, it's higher, but it's still a popcorn movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
It leans past popcorn until you may he'll have some nachos.
There's some
Like,
good actors.
it's at the end of the tunnel looking at that award show and going,
Hey, man.
maybe one day.
Yes.
Maybe if the cat creature balls were fucking a size bigger than you would have won this award. Because when that man looked up and I said,
He's like, where are they coming
I
from?
think it is.
He's like, where are they coming from? This is
Yeah,
like
he was
everywhere.
like, he said, "Oh, it's snow."
It's snowing.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
So,
it's snow.
let's see.
But the blonde there, the mom, the future mom, a Sarah Connor parody. What's her name? Stuff, help me out. Ingrid.
Mhm.
She's the best actor, thespian
In that movie,
artist.
I thought she did great
in the movie outside of The Man from the Future.
Yeah.
No, he was fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That dude was a fucking psycho. If I see him in a diner, I'm like, hey, boo, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go. Let's go see what's happening somewhere.
He played crazy and deranged.
Yeah, dude, he was fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. I walked out the diner, and unless he stopped me with a knife or a bomb, you know what I mean?
Or a bag full of piss what he had when he first walked in there.
Yeah, because but
all in all,
she hasn't been in a lot either. I mean,
no, she hasn't.
Her most famous thing is probably White Lotus, and she was 7 episodes on that.
All right, yeah, I don't even remember. That's a show, right?
Yeah, on HBO, Thailand, bunch of rich people, drugs, whatever.
Long story short, we all three highly recommend that you watch the movie. 10 Overcast Discord movie nights, and let us know what you think. And also follow Stuff. I dropped his link. You should be able to see it right under his name.
TV/Stuff He Plays.
Stuff He Plays. And his link will also be in the show description. Stuff, thank you for hanging out with us, watching the movie with us, being our first guest. This was awesome.
I love it,
man.
You guys take care and appreciate your time. Love y'all.
Take care, brush your hair,
Love
hydrate. Don't stay up late.
Oh, well, I don't want to go to bed.